All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Plastic Memories, episode 2.
All right.
First episode happened.
It hit us off with the emotional kind of tone of the show. And
Yes,
I think
indeed.
from here on out, it's going to be pretty straightforward of a show. We're going to have episodic stories where we do more recovery of the Gifty Us.
Yeah.
And it's going to be painful in their own specific ways.
Right.
We're going to maybe get to know more of Tsukasa's co-workers.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to slowly but surely watch Ira deteriorate over the course of the show.
Right.
And it's going to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, anything else do you want to say?
No, just, all right. Let's do this.
Yeah. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, everyone. Now be sure to go check out the reaction portion of the video in the description below, and then come back here for the discussion. Okay.
All right.
Well, we got a little bit more of, I would say, insight into Ira's character.
Yes.
And we got a lot more into Kazuki's character.
Indeed, which I am very much a fan of.
Yeah. I think that she was the one that I was saying in the first episode. I was like, yeah, watch. We will, supposed to not like her in the beginning, and then towards the end, we'll start to realize because of her previous connection with Ira that she's actually a really good person. She's just dealing with a lot of stuff.
Right.
Because of that whole situation.
In a lot of ways, one might even say that she's the true tsundere of this show.
Yeah. Because she's not letting her true feelings be shown.
Right. She's not letting her true feelings be shown, and she very much has a reason for it.
Yep.
I'm sure Michiru also has a reason for being, the
Baka-ist of
the Baka-ist of tsunderes. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. But I'd rather see that explanation sooner rather than later. But
we have our new guy. We have our new guy that's been soonest. Yeah, I noticed. We have our new guy though that's come into play here, and he is quite a fun, ridiculous kind of character.
Yes.
I think his name was
Hanada.
Yatsutaka.
Yatsutaka. Yeah.
Or Yasutaka.
Yasutaka. But one of the things that that I find really interesting about this type of character is that he's so laid back, right? Mm-hmm. And in the situation that they're in and the job that they're in, that seems like something that would be
a response,
rare,
if anything.
Or a response.
It would be a manual response because of the emotional stuff that you could get if you get too attached.
Right. Hence him, doing the vacation days and all that stuff and whatnot and things like that in order to maybe, especially since he's a veteran, right?
Yes.
So, because if he's been here for 10 years, that means that every single Giftias that he was with when he started this job is now gone. Mm-hmm. Unless maybe Ira is an exception and she's been here longer than she's supposed to, But assuming nothing like that, yeah.
Yeah. We also got Sherry.
Yes.
Who is also his partner, essentially. I think we had Sherry, I think, is a nickname, but I think Ren was originally the name we had given.
I believe so.
For her. But so that's the whole thing there. We also got a little bit of detail with Tsukasa where he was, I think we kind of knew the gist of this, that there was some kind of shenanigans with regards to his whole hiring process.
Yeah.
But now we know that he got this job because of connections, not because of aptitude.
Right. And they focused on that a bit this episode with him wondering, like, okay, am I doing everything right and things like that, and him being accused of being a slacker and whatnot.
Yeah.
But now he's got a situation where he is applying himself, which is cool. That's if they decide to have that be one of the big character conflicts for him, is the fact that he doesn't really
have a partner.
Well, and he doesn't really deserve to be here, right?
Well, that too. So
then him working hard and all of that stuff. It's one last basically positive influence that Ira has on this world before she leaves it in many ways, right?
Sure.
Among many others, I'm sure. But for him specifically, right? Even though it will be something
in the work environment, yes.
Right, in the work environment,
I mean, there's going to be a relationship that forms between the
yes,
two of them,
definitely.
not necessarily a romantic
right.
one.
It's it's not going to be about the fact that I can continue doing this job. It'll be about the fact that he became the kind of person that was able to apply himself and be focused and dedicated and all that jazz.
Yeah. So what we have right now is the conflict of her not being capable of doing the job optimally. So he is applying himself much more to be able to accommodate her,
cover her bases.
Yeah, but specifically cover for her.
Right.
Like, this is not a thing where he's doing a bad job. It's that she has a specific role that she's supposed to do, and she's not doing it effectively. So she does the training stuff as kind of her own, like, mental focus to be like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this.
It feels like it's her journey to acceptance of her own death.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, because that was the microcosm that we got in the first episode of the characters needing to come to terms with it. And so then, and they specifically said here 2,000 hours, which is like exactly 12 weeks.
Yep.
So, by the end of the show,
right.
I mean, we figured as much, but she's going to die, and he is already a part of that process. But first, he's going to have to get to know her before he can come to accept the fact that she's going to be gone.
Plastic memories.
Exactly. Yep. And the way in the OP that they showed a bunch of the different Giftias that they help, from the first episode, that's something where it's like, okay, I like that they're being so open about what the show's about.
Yeah, because we don't need to have melodrama surrounding the actual stuff there from our perspective. Right. Because we know, having it be a thing where they don't tell him because it's some kind of, awkward kind of setup thing, and he's so new that there's no real reason to.
Well, and it's also probably, it's for Ira.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, think about it. If you only have 12 weeks left, right? If you only have one anime season left, you don't want the person that you're going to be spending the most time with to be treating you like a dead person walking, to be treating you like an invalid, right?
Which is literally all the times when she's had her, like, quiet moments of, like, looking down where it looks like she's about to tell someone off, but then she kind of goes, oh, don't blame Tsukasa. Don't make things harder for him.
Right.
It's her saying, yeah, I get it. You're treating me like I'm useless. I get it. But I don't like that. But, don't blame other people for my shortcomings.
You guys know that this is my fault. You guys know that I shouldn't be doing this anyways.
Right. Don't cover for me. I'm already getting enough covering for me from Tsukasa. So, if anything, just, put the punishment on me where it deserves to go. It sucks, too, because in the professional environment here, what makes a lot of sense is that Tsukasa is one who is going to get pressured by the higher-ups to do an optimal job, and when he doesn't do an optimal job, quote-unquote, there are going to be times where it's going to be Ira's fault that the job productivity that he does there, like maybe on his quarterly reports, if you will.
Sure, yeah.
Because let's look at this from the meta standpoint. He just came into the job, and he probably didn't come in at the very beginning of a quarter or what have you.
Right, and the owner specifically said, if you can't cut it here, you're out of the company.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's effectively him cutting off his ties to Ira because he would have no opportunity really to spend time with her. And I think over the course of the show, they're going to become good friends and become close. And then as he becomes more and more aware that he has limited time with her, he's going to amp up, probably in a good boy way, the quality of the time that they spend together. And it's going to make her and his relationship be even more sweet and more wholesome. And then when she leaves and passes on, it's going to make it hurt that much more.
And yet, because Ira knows that she can't actually, her training is just a gauge of where she's at. And if anything, it might actually accelerate the process.
Probably a small amount.
Because it's, she's a machine, right? It's just additional wear and tear. She's putting more miles on herself to make herself feel better.
Yeah.
Because she hasn't accepted it, right? Yep. Which is great, right? It's a very human thing, right? Yeah. To accept your own demise. If it could happen instantly, there would be no point in having this show in the first place, right?
Totally.
And yet it breaks your heart because she only has 12 weeks left. She shouldn't be spending it trying to make sure that she properly performs at work.
Yeah.
Right? She should be spending it being like, if she doesn't want to, be a burden to Tsukasa, then, she should be spending it being like, if she doesn't want to, be a burden to Tsukasa, then she should be spending it being like, if she doesn't want to, be a burden to Tsukasa, then she should be spending it being like, if she doesn't want to, be a burden to Tsukasa, then she should be spending it being like, if she doesn't want to, be a burden to Tsukasa, then she should be spending it being like, if she doesn't want to, be a burden to Tsukasa, then she should be spending it being like, if she doesn't want to, be a burden to Tsukasa, then she should be spending it being like, if she doesn't want to, be a burden to Tsukasa, then she should be spending it being like, if she doesn't want to, be a burden to Tsukasa, then she should be spending it being like, if she doesn't want to, be a burden to Tsukasa, then she should be spending it being like, if she doesn't want to, be a burden to Tsukasa, then she should be spending it being like, if she doesn't want to, be a burden to Tsukasa, then she should be spending it being like
have her make tea.
Yeah, spend time with him, whatever, right? Like, like spend time with the people that she does know, maybe even better than him, right? Like,
right. I really wonder also if there's some aspect of Ira where she's actually breaking some aspect of the rules for the company because she's already failing so much in her work here that it would be the job actually of the higher ups to move her along. And maybe that's part of the reason why Kazuki has things kind of being very close. Like she's very much closely monitoring everything that's going on with Ira because she doesn't want Tsukasa to pass it along to the old guy who they've definitely... Like, it seems like they've got this on lock where he, the main manager guy, isn't really... No, he probably knows. I think
he knows. Yeah, but...
Because he was okay with just having her serve tea. But no, he might not, because he was specifically the one that said, oh, you can Ira's not really anyone's partner right now. And Kazuki was like, wait.
Oh, yeah.
They maybe convinced him that, she's actually really helpful here.
Well, especially given the fact that, like, with the giftiest that we've seen that have been reclaimed.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, most of the time, they're shown doing something.
Right. Some function. Yeah.
Basically saying that they still work properly.
Oh.
And that they're coming now because they want to get them before they stop working.
Right. So there's this period of time that's once they've stopped being able to do their function properly, that they can still live.
Right. But
they'll just start to do things that someone with dementia essentially
would given
have.
The fact that they're saying Ira has, 12 weeks left, when they went to reclaim those giftias, it was like, a couple weeks or something. Like it was a thing where, like, in the next few days, if we don't get you back, you're going to start breaking down. So that probably means that either now we might not have seen the times where they were breaking down because we only saw limited aspects of them.
But I think you're onto something here.
They were very specifically shown to be high functioning, right? So
especially the one recently here.
Exactly. So it's a very good possibility
that she's already well past that.
She's already well past in the 2,000 hours.
Is like when she'll just shut down.
That is the most that she can keep going.
Right. And maybe it's not even a thing of shutting down. Maybe it's a thing of where she'll literally start to decompartmentalize internally. Her sanity will be lost.
They can really make this hurt.
They can make this really painful.
Because it doesn't have to be something of like just peacefully. Now maybe in the best case scenario where when she finally accepts it, she lies down in the machine, right, and then her eyes close and that's it.
And that's it.
And maybe they're able to sift through her memories via one of the other giftias, right? Mm-hmm. But if it's not that, or on the journey leading up to that, it can get messy. It can get real messy.
Especially since we were already seeing her not working as high-functioning kind of stuff. Her main thing is that she doesn't hear things properly. Her motor functions are a little bit funky at some points. And she seems to forget stuff already.
But her general psyche is still
there.
It's still there. But
yeah. So that's the show. What we have to look forward to, y'all. Episode 2. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there. And all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us and the community there about this show, about anime in general. And you can also talk with Jacob about the sci-fi novel that he wrote.
That's right. I wrote a novel. It is sci-fi. It's called Battle Lines. It's awesome, and it's available for purchase on Amazon. Link in the description below in both hardback and ebook. It's very character driven and stuff like that. So go check it out.
So if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.